everybody, welcome to Vibrant Living with Geeta, and I'm Geeta. So Vibrant Living is all about living vibrantly, and it has got three areas that we concentrate on: vibrant living foods, vibrant living practices, and vibrant travel. Today I'm going to show you how to make a vegan Thai eggplant curry. And the Thai eggplant is a distinctive vegetable, and so this is under the Vibrant Living Foods category. First thing I'm going to show you is what are the ingredients that we're going to use in this Thai eggplant curry. Alright, now I'm not sure whether everybody knows what a Thai eggplant is, so I'm going to show you what it is. It's this little dinky dude vegetable, quite different from the Chinese eggplant, which has got a much thinner skin, and also from the European eggplant, which has got a much thicker skin. Alright, so this is quite distinctive, and you'll see that once you cook it, it's got a really delicious flavor. So remember in my last video when I was doing my Facebook Live, I did say that we should try and experiment with new vegetables as we go along this journey of becoming healthier. And this is exactly what I did. I went to the market, I didn't know what this was, and I asked one of the stall holders. He told me, and I thought, let me try and use it and see how it works. And it turned out to be a beautiful curry, which then I thought, okay, must share it with everyone. So here's how we use this eggplant. You lob off the top, and what I've done is just to cut it into 4 pieces, okay? And that's all you have to do. And it's got all these lovely skins inside, which are actually really good for you. The beauty about this eggplant is that it is high in antioxidants, and it helps in weight control. It helps you to also in cancer, heart disease. Basically, it's a fabulous vegetable if you are suffering from inflammation. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is all the ingredients that go into this beautiful vegan curry. Okay, we're going to start with the eggplants, which we discussed already, and they've all been cut, as I told you, into 4. Alright, then we also need some beautiful red peppers and yellow peppers, green peppers. This gives it a nice hue in terms of color. Alright, we're also using a little bit of cumin seeds and mustard seeds for the start, together with some curry leaves here. And we're going to start off with some garlic paste and ginger paste, which we have already created, and some lemongrass. Okay, all this is going to be infused together with some oil, and I'm going to be using coconut oil for this. Now these are the other ingredients: the onions, Thai basil, which I have growing in my garden, right, and loads of coriander. Now the other 2 ingredients which I have put into this curry on my own accord is putting in some chickpeas, since it's vegan, right, we do not have any meat, right, and some okra or lady's finger, which I have already cooked slightly in my air fryer. Okay, so just to give it a little bit of bite. Okay, so I've just added a little bit of coconut oil into the pan. This is a nice pan, right, which is quite non-stick. We're going to let it get hot first, and then we're going to add the first 2 ingredients, which is the mustard seeds and the cumin seeds. Okay, now both of these probably will splutter, so just hang on. Yeah, the oil is hot. Alright, the next thing that we are going to add, this gives it a lovely smell, is the curry leaves. Okay, now this is going to splatter as well, so watch out. The curry leaf gives it a beautiful curry flavor. Okay, and now I'm going to add the onion. Now, normally in this kind of cooking, what's good is that if you layer a little bit. So let the onions cook a little bit before you add the next ingredient. I know it takes a little bit of time, but that's what makes a good curry, okay? Now let the onions, they don't have to get brown, but we just want them to sweat. And get soft a little bit. I'm going to take out all these things as well. And the next thing that I'm adding is the garlic paste and ginger paste. Just bring the fire down a little bit. The smells of this are just fabulous. Just a little bit more here. So the next thing that I'm going to add, this has cooked down a little bit already, is the lemongrass. Now you don't need to use the whole lot, it's quite strong, okay? So this much will be enough. It brings out a beautiful flavor of lemongrass, which I love. And next we can put in the red pepper, green pepper and yellow peppers, okay? Because these need to cook a little bit. Now I'm going to put in the eggplants a little bit later until all these vegetables have softened. Because then we're going to keep it on the stove for a while to let it soften. All the vegetables which we have already cooked, like the okra and the chickpeas which are soft, will be added in only later. No need to add them now. It's only the ones that need to cook that we add now. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to put in is the eggplants, the Thai eggplants as well. And to this, I'm going to add the spices. Okay, remember I said that the spices that we are going to use is some chili powder. And if you like this a little bit hotter, you can put in a bit more. Now we're also going to add later, I'm going to add some Thai red chillies as well. Okay. Now here I have the turmeric powder and some coriander powder. Okay, so as you can see, the vegetables have cooked down a little bit. They are almost halfway through now. And the next thing that we're going to put in is our chilies. Now, the fresh red and green chilies. Now, for this one, just see how much you feel like you can take, right? And I like a lot of green chilies, so I put in quite a few green chilies. I don't actually use the bird's eye chili because I find it a bit too hot for myself. But I'm using the bigger red chilies, which are hot, but they are not that really hot, as in very spicy. Okay, so let that cook a little bit, and at the same time we're now going to put in the salt to taste. Okay, so the last thing that we're going to put in now is the okra and the chickpeas, and then we're going to add the coconut milk. Now some people ask me whether I use thin coconut milk. No, I don't. I actually am using normal coconut milk. Now if you are not a coconut milk fan, you can actually use a combination of coconut milk and some water. Okay, I'm not going to use the whole lot. We can taste this and try it later. Okay, now simmer the whole thing and let it sit for a while until we put in. So the last two things that we're going to put in are the garam masala, the coriander leaves, and the Thai basil. Okay. Let's bring the fire down a little bit. Okay, so see, the curry is now lovely and soft, and you can see the aubergines have cooked down and they're now quite friendly to eating. Okay, we don't want to make them too soft as well. Okay, so this is the time when you can add the last few ingredients and switch it off. Okay, so let's see what else we need to put in. We're going to put in the Thai basil. Now the Thai basil gives it a nice distinctive flavor. Alright, you can see. And last but not least, we are going to put in loads of coriander. Okay, so the last thing that I'm going to do is to plate this up and show you what it looks like. Alright, but basically we are done because the eggplant is nice and it's not soft, but it's just nice to the touch, to bite, right? We want to be able to feel the texture as well. Alright, so that's it. And join me again. I'm just going to plate this thing up and you can see how it looks then.